Listen, y'all are in for a treat. I suggest you text and tweet your friends and tell them to get down here, because what you're about to experience is a first time here at Apple, and not only a first time here in Apple, but a first time in the Christian music scene. So get on your phones, tweet, let them know, come down to Soho Apple Store, you're in for a treat. If I can right now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jor'dan Armstrong. My man.
Good to see you, man.
Now, I wanted to make sure I asked the right questions, so I got my Apple device here. So, first off, let me ask you this question, my brother.
Let me change. I gotta see you, man. All right, here we go.
Oh, we go for the cameras? Is that cool? We good? Okay, great. I know where you're from.
Yes, sir.
But let's let the people know where you're from.
Born and raised, man, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Way down at the bottom of the map. Really good city. You know, every city has its issues, but a really great city, man. And it's just an honor to, be where I am today because of certain things, growing up as a kid and, through life, man, life's trials, man, and I was still able to live my dream, and that's to do music and to write music and to sing music, and it's just an honor, man. So, Baton Rouge is my home, but I do not live there now.
Okay.
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
Which I really love the scene there. It's a very musical city. Kind of reminds me sometimes of New Orleans, Louisiana, which is very close to where I'm from.
Right.
But just the entertainment business in Atlanta is just something that I really enjoy, and I'm able to make music full time and as a livelihood. So
nice.
That's an amazing thing for me. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. When did you get started doing music?
Jeez. Okay, I'll go back to singing.
You do more?
No. I mean, I'm a singer, of course, but I was 5 years old. I did my first solo in church, and of course, I did not want to do it at all. I did not, my mom forced me to sing a song, and it sounds so bad. Your mom made you, forced you to do stuff. But she forced me to sing this song. It was called "Don't Let the Devil Ride." Basically,
wow, at 5? Yeah,
at 5 years old. I'm just like, don't let the devil ride, because if you let him ride, he might want to drive.
Wow.
It's just,
wow.
yeah, this
interesting.
Yeah. So this is the first song I ever learned. I sang this in church, and when I sang this song, everybody was just in awe, and everybody stood up, and I was like, oh, I may have something here, and I really got into singing after that. I really took it serious, and from about the age of 5 up until I would say 18, I was able to open up for everybody on tour that came through my city, from Kirk Franklin to
nice.
To Hezekiah Walker to Mary Mary's, everybody pretty much.
Right.
And that kind of really helped build my name up in the city, and I was able to, take this thing on full-fledged and as a profession.
Okay.
So I love it, man.
Okay.
This is a dream for me.
Well, you answered one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was when did you know you were good enough? And so, and I guess in the age between 5 and 18, you knew you had something.
Let me tell you something, man. And I'm glad God did it to me at a young age, because I think if I would have got the attention at an older age, I might have went somewhere else with it.
Right.
But I was so used to getting, almost praised as a kid.
Okay.
For my gift and my talent, and my mom really always was strict on me about being humble, staying humble, and being a real person. And You know, she taught me that at a young age, and I think that really helps me out today because it's a lot of people that have no idea. They meet me, they don't even know I'm an artist. Right. They don't know I produce music, right. I write songs, right. and some songs that they know, and right. they don't know that I was a part of it. Right. But I don't.
Tell me about that. Tell us about that. Yeah. Let us know who you've produced for as well.
I've produced for a few people. Before I really, I would say, I took my artistry as serious as I am now about it. I was writing a lot of records. I worked with a lot of people from Keith Sweat wow. to Kierra Sheard.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
that's a big gap.
That's a big, yeah, I was about to say that's a big range
there. That's a giant gap.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, and I've been able to, you know, have a few records, you know, that did really well on billboards and things of that nature. And you know, it just really, all of this is just a dream for me, man. It's just a dream come true, and the fact that I'm able to do what I love is really mind blowing. Yeah. You know, and when
life.
People, oh man, and I'm gonna tell you this too.
That's life.
Singing your song, when you write a song, of course I love all of the music that I do. Those are my kids right. pretty much. But you know, when you're on stage, man, and you hear people singing your lyrics back to you and saying what you're saying, and they think what you said was tight and dope and cool, like that just sends me, you know, to the stars because, you know, it just, and it's confirmation, you know, that God is really working this thing. Yeah, right. man, because right. a lot of times, you know, in my writing process, I always like to make sure that the music that I'm singing about is not just coming from my personal self. Right. It's to where everyone could, you know, right. pretty much feel that.
Let me piggyback on that. Mm-hmm. Did you ever think about doing R&B music?
I never did.
No.
Yeah, I never did. I think as a kid, you know, I always thought about, and I've had offers since I was about maybe 12.
Okay.
Even as a kid, I was, you know, I had offers and record deals and all of that on the table. But I always thought about my mom, my grandparents. I'm like, and you know, we call my grandmother Momo. I was like, what's Momo gonna think about this? You know, and I'm really family oriented, and I love my family. Right. So I was really, you know, I really didn't want to, you know, embarrass my family. Right. Right. You know, because right. I know right. how much, you know, how hard they worked on building a foundation for, you know, the things of God in my life. Right, right. So, you know, if it wasn't for them, I probably
would have straight away.
I promise you, I probably would have, because I've had some pretty good offers. Yeah. But
I'm pretty sure working with Keith Sweat and other artists.
Honest, I did, you know, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, it was all about that foundation that they planted inside of me, nice. Man. And I could never go any other route. And I always felt too I had something to say, you know, in this area. Okay. You know, and I just felt that there was a gap, there was a missing piece, and I felt like God had given me that piece, you know, and just bringing that sound that I have, you know, I really always try to make sure I stick to a mainstream sound. Right. I really want to always sound current. Correct. Because, you know, nobody wants to hear anything washed up and old, man. Well, I don't want to hear that. You know, where's the freshness? You know, I want to hear the freshness.
Well, here's a question I have for you. You have, the audience may or may not know, those that may not know you, you've done 3 albums already.
Yes.
You've done 3 albums. You've been doing this since 2009.
Yeah. And
do you have a favorite song from the 3 albums that you've done?
Yes.
And by the way, the title of the albums are Champion, Jesus Beats in Fashion, right, and Stronger. Those are the other 3 albums that you can go and download on iTunes after we're done. Yeah. Just in case you want to pick those up.
Yeah. On Champion, I would have to say it was a lead single on there. It was entitled "Drive Me Crazy."
Yeah. Okay. I play that. That's one of my favorites.
And if you can tell at that time, man, that song was very heavily influenced by T-Pain. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I had to use the auto tune. You know, and I thought that was so fly at that time. You know, that was 2008 actually when we made that record. Me and Teddy P, we put that record together, but. That was one of my favorite records on Champion.
Okay.
I would say Jesus, Fashion, and Beats. Geez, it was a song that Teddy produced. What is that record?
That's your producer.
Teddy?
Where's Teddy at?
There he goes. I thought I knew it until now. Make It All Right. It's a record called Make It All Right. Everybody really loves that record. And Teddy, just the lyrical.
And that's your producer?
Yeah, he's the producer. And the writing he did on there was just really, I had nothing to do with the writing on there. I'm going to just tell everybody.
Okay. So we get all that credit to Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy gets all the credit for that because, yeah, you get shout out to Teddy, man. He wrote that record and, you know, I just really showed up to the studio and I sang it, you know. But
what about Stronger?
The lyrical content he did on there was amazing. Stronger, I would say So Easy.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite records on there. It's really heavy influenced by one of my mentors in my mind, Prince. Yeah.
Teddy's laughing.
Oh my God. I love Prince. Prince can do no wrong. I didn't like his afro. When he got an afro, I wasn't feeling that too much.
Okay.
But Prince is really a really big influence on me. On production.
Nice.
And you know, and even with writing and melodies. So
one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, man, I really love Prince's sound and his feeling and the way he makes you feel when his music is played. So that record is influenced by that, man, and that's my favorite one. So Easy, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm super excited about that.
Now, 52 Weeks of Summer is your latest project.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Every song,
Thank you, man.
to me, see, my man over here knows 52 Weeks of Summer is a banger.
Thank you.
You can play. That's a classic album.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I heard 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I heard?
Well,
Explain
actually,
that.
man, okay, it was 3 weeks. Okay, it was 3 weeks. We put the album together. It was just a flow, man, and it's always like that. Even the albums before, they were really quick. You know, maybe a month, 4 weeks, 4 weeks at a time. You know, once we start, you know, me and Ted, we get together. We usually kind of tackle the production side first, and then we come back and then we start writing records to the beats, pretty much.
Right.
But you know, it's just always a flow. We never write anything. You know, we go in, we just fill it out, lay a couple melodies, and you know, we just the words.
So it's from the heart.
The words flow, man.
It's from the heart.
They flow.
Nice.
And the best part about our formula is the fact that we're able to capture the first feeling you get when you hear the record.
Okay.
So the first time you hear that track, you know, the best melodies you're gonna get are gonna be that first time. So trying to come back the next day, you know, you kind of said, okay, well, yesterday I might have been tripping. I don't know if I like that, and you change it, and you know, it's never really as authentic as the first time.
So that can, Teddy, that could be an all-day process then.
Yeah.
That can literally be an all-day process.
It's really quick though. So sometimes we'll do a record a day.
Okay.
You know, we'll start out with the production, like I said, then write the record and record it. And Teddy's so fast with his recording. He's really fluent and really quick. We
was in the back, and before we came out, Teddy was ready to go.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
He was ready to perform.
He's always in go mode.
Like he was like that's us our time. It's like, no, we got the question and answer first, and then you guys come out and perform. But that's good.
This is a mild day for Ted though.
Really?
He's really chilling today.
Okay, so he's on 7.
He's on 7.
Okay.
He's usually on 100. So yeah, but he's just like that in the studio.
Okay.
You know, so we're constantly working, man, and he's really quick, and we just kind of already know what each other is gonna think of. You know, and we're just a great combination.
Now you shared with me earlier. You said that you have a new project coming out in September.
Yes, it's untitled. I don't have a title for it yet.
Okay.
But I'm definitely gonna release it in September. I'm on a tour right now, and I'm gonna be moving the rest of this month.
Okay.
And as soon as this month is over, you know, we're getting in the studio. We're gonna tackle it.
So will the process be the same thing?
Oh, it's definitely gonna be the same.
Same thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've already kind of, you know, snuck and did a couple tracks. I ain't tell Teddy, but we did a few tracks. I did a few tracks already. Yeah. You know, so I did a couple tracks already, but you know, just to kind of get a feel of where I want to go with it. But on this album, you know, I really want to, you know, dig deep and be a little more serious. the 52 Weeks of Summer album is really a summer album.
Right.
It's
right.
about
no,
having
it is.
fun.
It is.
It's about,
it is.
having fun and hanging out with your friends and just having a good time. And I felt like that was missing too because, a lot of times in Christianity, we don't have a lot of fun.
Right.
It gets kind of
Right.
boring.
Right.
So I wanted to give somebody something for the summertime, and I called it 52 Weeks of Summer because, because it's 52 weeks in a year.
Right.
And, that means it's just summertime all year. So fun this whole year.
Right.
Right. And eventually I want to do that annually. I want to put out a couple more of these.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah.
I personally want to ask a whole bunch of more questions, but I want to leave the audience an opportunity to ask Jor'dan a question. Does anyone in the audience have a question for Jor'dan?
My question is there any other artists out there you would like to perform with?
That I would like to work with?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, plenty. I would like to work with, I would really like to do a record with, I'm looking at him. Quincy Jones.
Wow.
Yeah, I would like to do a record with Quincy. I would like to do a record with D'Angelo.
Wow.
I would like to do a record with Erica Campbell. I mean, the list goes on and on. I would like to do a record with Prince before he tips out of here.
That'd be interesting.
Of course,
That'd be interesting.
Man. So, and of course, a few of the rappers, Lecrae and the whole 116 is, they're doing their thing, man. So
that'd be interesting.
And those are the homies. They're out in Atlanta where I am too. So, it's bound to happen. It's happening, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, I would want to fly. I think everybody should want to fly. I would want to fly. And the crazy part is, sometimes I'm afraid of heights, so I don't know how that will work.
How you gonna do that, man?
I don't know. I guess I would be fearless. When you can fly, you're fearless. So, but yeah, I would definitely want to fly, man. Just sometimes, even as a kid, I used to daydream about just flying away and just flying.
Okay.
Just to get away from things that was going on as a kid. So, flying was just amazing to me. I love Superman too for that.
I was getting ready to say, Superman probably was your
Superman,
favorite superhero.
Superman.
Okay.
If you can convert any rapper, secular rapper, to Christianity, who would it be?
Wow. I say the whole crew, but I mean, this question's for Jor'dan.
I would say Kanye.
Okay.
Because I feel like he has such a spirit of influence on people. And I feel like if we could just use that for, the kingdom,
right.
That would just be something really, really huge. And, I don't really know his background or, what he believes in or any of that. But there is something there. There's some potential there.
I agree.
And I really wish that I could meet him and even just not even dig deep, but just invite him to hang out at church, something.
And I don't think he's that far away from what we believe in and how we view things.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure.
Right.
But that would definitely be one. Kanye.
So we'll cover him in prayer.
Yeah, man.
We'll cover him in
y'all
prayer.
pray for Kanye.
Oh, we know that guy.
Yeah, I'm Jor'dan Armstrong. He's the imposter. He's really Teddy P. I'm Teddy P. Nice to meet you, right? I'm really asking this question so we could kind of delve into the personality of who you really are. You had a song on the 52 Weeks of Summer project called Came Up. I wanted to really know how much of that was true because I know that you got kind of personal on that song.
All of it was true. That was something that I never really wanted to discuss. It was really at a place, sensitive place for me. And I never really wanted to do it. And Teddy talked to me about it. He was like, man, I think you should just go in this time, man. Go in. Everybody knows you have fun. Everybody knows, you like to, have a good time. He was like, and that's great. But he was like, I think you should dig deep this time. So, I heard the record and I was like, man, what should I say? I was still afraid to say some things,
right.
But it worked out for the best because I got it off my chest And you know, I really feel like it helped a lot of people because I get so many emails and messages and everybody telling me about the Came Up record.
Right.
And if y'all don't know, go on
That's one of my
iTunes, get that record.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's one of my favorites too.
It's actually one of my favorites from the project.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So Came Up is one of the most transparent songs I ever done.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that phrase mean, came up?
Came up. He wants to know what that phrase means, came up. That means, he's skipping people. Came up means basically, you know, I'm on another level. You know, I made it out of that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a better place now. And I really thank God for that. So that's what came up.
We have one more in the back.
If you had to choose a country to perform in, where would it be and why?
I would want to go to Japan.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because I would remember when I was a kid, I was a big MJ fan, Michael Jackson, the other MJ.
Right.
I was a big Michael Jackson fan, and he used to go to Japan, and people would just pass out, and the ambulance is picking up people off the ground. He just running through Japan with an army behind him and all of that.
So let that be known. Jordan wants people passing out when he passes through.
When I go to Japan, I want to see the people fall out, and I'm gonna run with the army, and you know we're gonna have a good time. So yeah, Japan, man.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Jor'dan Armstrong.
Thank you.